if I could deduce the ultimate difference between the people who are highly successful, the people who are highly successful in manifesting things not just once but over and over again repeatedly, and people who aren't able to manifest much of anything that they desire, if at all. I think the ultimate difference is it comes down to two things, okay? To become a powerful manifester, to be a master manifester, you have to have a combination of these two things. You have to have extraordinary self belief, and you have to take massive action, different action, right? Now, I'll get into the action piece first because a lot of people believe that they get this part confused. So I talk about how you can manifest effortlessly. Now, the key thing you need to understand here is when I say effortlessly, you're still putting in work, but it feels effortless because number one, you're on your divine path. In other words, something you are truly passionate about, something that actually energizes you rather than depletes your energy. And that's the first thing. The second thing is you're using your intuition. So your intuition helps guide you to your desires using the shortest path possible meant for you, right? Whereas a logical mind makes you think you can plan and strategize all the way to your desire. And that's why people who have, like, when life happens, it's because you were relying too much on your logical mind. So your plans got derailed. So massive action. And now in massive action, that also means you cannot continue to, you have to think on a bigger scale in terms of the action you're taking, a different scale, right? So a lot of people think they have to put in, you know, twice as many hours as they used to in order to manifest their desires. It's not like that. It's it's twice the amount of quality of work. You have to, like, it's about going after your desire and taking action from a different level, from a bigger frame of mind. For example, um, instead of me posting 5 times a day, how about I look at, like, I have to go with my intuition. Like, it's about starting to look at different things. What do the people actually want? Let's look at the analytic. Like, you have to start looking at things in a different way. That's what massive action means, right? It's committing all of you. And the best way to get into that mindset of massive action is literally, if this were do or die and I had to get this done, you know, uh, if I had to get this done, I'm going to get this done. Now, what would I do? What does that plan? What does that action look like? Right? Massive, massive, massive action. And how I prepare myself for my days is when I'm in meditation in the morning, or when I'm in prayer in the morning, or when I'm going through hypnosis in the morning, when I'm hypnotizing myself, deep mind programming, I bring my awareness to the gut and I imagine a ball of energy in my gut. And I just let it sit there. There's not much dialogue. I'm not asking questions. I just focus my energy on my gut. And that allows me to bring awareness back to this space, which is where our gut signals and our literal gut feelings come from, which is our intuition trying to guide us on where to go. Because as you're taking this action, you won't have time to think. You won't have time to plan and strategize. You think you're being productive, but you're not. Massive action means to literally become a different person before you sit at your desk. Because that different version of you is the one who has the best, the is the one who is able to generate the most momentum in your work. So massive action. Now, second, extraordinary self belief. Extraordinary self belief. Now, remember when I said, taking massive action, right? So, extraordinary self belief is the part of you that has no fear of jumping off the cliff, right? Towards your desire. It's the one that it's a extraordinary self belief is the part of you that is not afraid to go knock on the door, even though you might not be qualified by society, right? It might be the reason that you start posting content on a topic you're passionate about, even though you might not be qualified to talk about it. It's the part of you that, would dare go and, ask for a deal or ask to work with a client that, may be out of reach, but you make the phone call anyway. Why? Because you believe in yourself. You believe you are the best. And what extraordinary self-belief really looks like is someone who is motivated to go pick up the phone and go demand for what they want. And they do not care about saying no because they know, they believe wholeheartedly at this point, down to a cellular level, they believe in their potential. They believe in their ability to service others. They believe in their power. And so you cannot be a master manifester or a powerful manifester without either of those two things, without massive action and without extraordinary self-belief. You have to have those two things. Look at Elon Musk, who I would consider to be a master manifester, right? He started SpaceX without any knowledge of rocket technology. He entered the car industry, the automotive industry, without any prior history of being in the automotive industry, one of the most notoriously, rigged and controlled and oligopolized industries in the world, you know, and he's dominating, right? And this is just one of several examples. There are many other people I can pull from, but these people made massive leaps of faith, right? In my own personal journey, and I'll get into this and I'll dedicate a specific video to my own manifestation journey, but just one small example, the last job I ever worked for was for Apple support, doing IT stuff for people who would call in about their Apple devices not working. And I was making about $3,000 a month. I decided that I was so done with the corporate life and I quit that job without any plan moving forward. And within 30 days time, I was more than tripling that income. I was making 5 figures a month. I had a business going. Why? Because one day I declared that I was the best at what I did. I declared, let's say, I was the best business person. I was the best content creator. I was the best lecturer, whatever it is that you want to pursue in a general sense. You must declare and know that your declaration is law. That's what it means to believe in yourself, because it's to believe that your declaration of who you are is law, because that's all that matters, not what anybody else thinks of you, but what you think of you, because you will always be unqualified in someone's eyes. There will always be someone who looks at you and says, you are not qualified enough. So what are you going to do? Are you really going to try and convince every single one of those people that you're qualified? Are you really going to go try and get a bachelor's and a master's and a PhD just so that these people can maybe start to look at you as qualified? No, you must qualify yourself, but then you take the massive action that backs that up, because it's about backing your word up. And in those two things, you are activating and igniting a power that exists beyond you, beyond time and space. And that is the part of you, the universe, that you are co-creating with, right? And so you meet the universe halfway with this massive action you are taking and this massive self-belief, and the universe, a reflection of your own consciousness, supplies what you always desired. And you just must have faith that that will be there for you, waiting at the right time, that the universe is reorganizing itself to meet you there in perfect timing. So do not fret when you do not have your desire yet, because it is there right here, right now. All you need to do is focus on being in the stream of the best version of yourself. And these outcomes that you so truly desire, badly desire, because you are human, and that's fair, know that they are not the end goal, but that they are nuggets along the way. There are nuggets that you find along the way by being on the path, in the stream of the best version of yourself, in the frequency of the highest, most powerful version of yourself. The person with extraordinary self-belief who takes massive action. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm out, guys. Peace.